All right, let's go to Mike Pence been continuing himself out in the sphere. So this is the perfect also illustration of where you're really stuck between a rock and a hard place. On the one hand, you don't necessarily want to support Trump. You clearly are willing to rhetorically hit him a little bit. But on the other, you still are mealy-mouthed in attacking him. You appear weak. And there's two clips here that we're going to show you kind of put together, which kind of encapsulate all of his problems. Let's get to it.
I mean, he's effectively justifying or excusing the actions of people who were calling for you to be hanged.
There was no excuse for the violence that took place at the Capitol on January 6th, and I'll never diminish it as long as I live. But look, the president's wrong. He was wrong that day, and I had actually hoped that he would come around in time, John, that he would see that the cadre of legal advisors that he surrounded himself with had led him astray, but he hasn't done so. And I think it's one of the reasons why the country just wants a fresh start.
If that standard bearer is the former president, if he is the nominee, would you support him?
Well, I think we'll have better choices, and I really trust Republican voters to sort it out.
We still won't say it. It's like, well, I think we'll have better choices, but I trust Republican voters to sort it out. Basically giving himself an in of, yeah, well, okay, I might still support him. These people, they don't have a real critique. And to the extent that they do, as we've always tried to point out, their critique is not politically popular. Their critique of Trump outside of January 6th is, well, he doesn't want to fully privatize Social Security, and he doesn't want to institute a national abortion ban. It's like, okay. And then, you know, increasingly, what we have seen with them is that they both have to walk the line of that the base and most Republicans feel that Trump is being politically persecuted, but then also trying to make the case against him while going after the liberal establishment. The whole point of being a Republican today, really, I really think, is just whoever can piss off the liberal establishment more. Trump is the king of that. Yeah. To the extent that DeSantis is number two, it's because he is not the second in the country who is also good at that. He's the prince of it, if you will. But being prince doesn't make you the king.
Doesn't make you king. Yeah, and in terms of this potential indictment coming from the Manhattan DA, Pence has already come out and said it is politically charged and, quote, not what the American people want to see. So he is backing Trump on those particular charges. As I said before, I think if it was some of the January 6th charges, this would be more challenging for him to navigate. And I don't know exactly what he would say there. But you know, he's trying to have it both ways. He's trying to go to the gridiron dinner and, like, signal to them, like, this was bad, January 6th was bad, but he's trying not to piss off the Republican base. And I think ultimately that gets you, like, the 8% of the polls that Mike Pence is at right now.
Yeah, well, this is everything. And at the same time, you know, Speaker McCarthy, let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen. You can see here he's coming out and fully condemning the prosecution on Trump. And same thing, here we go again, an outrageous abuse of power by a radical DA who lets violent criminals walk as he pursues political vengeance against Trump. I am directing relevant committees to immediately investigate if federal funds are being used to subvert our democracy by interfering in elections with politically motivated prosecutions. And so what can we take away from this? Which is that the people who have real ties into the electoral system, the path to political victory is clear. That's what McCarthy has always basically made that basic political calculus as humiliating as it has been to him personally. And for everybody else who wants to walk some sort of different line, I just don't believe that a different line exists, Krystal. If you are an aspiring Republican politician today, you have to be full-throated against this. There is simply no other way to have any political opportunity.
Yeah, and it's just so clear how Trump still dominates Republican politics, how he's still the leader of the party, how there is still such a compelling bond between him and a large portion of the Republican base. I mean, if you think you're going to be able to grab the narrative for your benefit in this Republican primary, well, this is the first of many legal dramas that are about to play out.
Yes.
We're going to see this cycle continue and continue and continue. So I just think it's really emblematic of some of the dynamics that we've been talking about where, yeah, they may be happy to run against him, even offer some sort of like passive-aggressive, tepid, like mild critique of Trump. But when it actually comes to taking this guy head on, when it actually comes to making a case that's going to be compelling to a Republican base about why they should drop the Donald and go with you, I just don't see it yet.
Yep.
Just don't see it yet.
That's been a present reality now for basically some time.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.